It is 9:40 on a Tuesday night, and you are standing in your own kitchen with the fridge door open, doing something you would never admit to anyone. You are deciding whether to order food, not because you cannot afford it. You can afford it. You make $80,000 a year. You could afford it 11 times over. You are standing there because some part of you knows that if you do this 4 more times this month, something, somewhere is going to go wrong. You do not know exactly what, you just know the feeling. And then you close the fridge and you order it anyway. And you feel bad about it for 20 minutes. $80,000 a year. When you were 22, that number was the finish line. That was the number where the worrying stopped. You were sure of it. You have crossed it. The worrying did not stop. So you have quietly reached a conclusion about yourself. You have decided you must be bad with money, that other people making 80,000 have figured out something you have not, that there is some discipline you are missing. I want to tell you, before we go any further, that this is not what is happening. I am Ray. I spend an unreasonable amount of time working out why people who are doing fine feel like they are drowning. Today, I'm going to show you exactly where $80,000 goes. Not a lecture about coffee, the actual arithmetic laid out. And I promise you that by the end of this, the number in your head and the number in your life are finally going to match. And there is a fourth thing taking money out of your life that will never appear on any budget you make. We will get to it. It is the one that actually explains the feeling. Let us start with the number itself. $80,000 a year, divide by 12, $167 a month. That is the number in your head. That is the number you were thinking of when you accepted the job. That is the number you compare your life against. You have never received it, not once, not one time in your life. This is Sam. Sam is 34. Sam does something with logistics that takes 4 sentences to explain, and Sam makes $80,000 a year. Sam has never seen $6,600 in his account, ever. What lands is $5,076, $1,591, gone before Sam is awake on payday. Sam has never touched it. Now, here is the part that matters, and it is psychological, not mathematical. Sam does not think of himself as a man who makes $61,000. He thinks of himself as a man who makes 80. He compares his apartment to 80, his car to 80, his holidays, his savings, his whole life, all measured against a number that has never once existed. Every month, Sam feels like he is failing by about $1,900. That is not a budgeting problem. That is an accounting error in how he sees himself. So let us follow the 5,076. And I want you to notice something as we go. Sam does not make a single decision in any of this. The first room is the roof over his head, $1,750. Sam did not choose that this month. He chose it once, 3 years ago. And it has been choosing itself ever since. The second room is the car. And the car is not the car. It is the payment and the insurance and the fuel. $1,180 a month to move. Sam does not think of that as $1,180. He thinks of it as getting to work. The third room is staying alive. Food, power, phone, $890. The fourth room is the one nobody photographs. Health insurance, a student loan, $550. A degree Sam finished 12 years ago, and a body he has not needed to use the insurance on. 4 rooms, none of them optional. None of them decided this month. Sam has never once put those 4 rooms on the same page. Almost nobody has. That is not laziness. It is self-preservation. But tonight, Sam does it. A blank grid, a cursor. The rent goes in first because that one he knows by heart. Then the car, which takes him 3 attempts because it is not one number. Then he has to look up what he actually pays for health insurance, which tells you something on its own. 9 rows. It takes 11 minutes. Then Sam adds them up. And then he sits very still for a while. Not because the number is shocking, because it is not. Every line on that page is reasonable. Every single one. There is no villain in the list. That is exactly what makes it unbearable. Sam had been waiting to find the mistake. The thing he could point at and say, There. That is the one I get wrong. It is not there. There is nothing on that page he would take back. And that is the moment the story changes. Because if there is no mistake in the list, then the problem was never the list. What is left is $706. $706. That is the entire zone in which Sam is allowed to be a person. Everything that makes a life rather than a survival comes out of that. A birthday, a dentist, a friend getting married, a tire. And this is the part people get wrong about $700. It is not that it is small. $700 is real money. The problem is that it has no slack in it. Every unplanned thing in Sam's life is funded from the same $700. One car repair does not dent it. It removes the month. And Sam does not tell anyone because on paper, he is fine. Which brings us to the fourth thing, the one that never appears on a budget. Sam did not get worse at money. The floor moved, and I want to show you it moving, because otherwise this is just a thing I said. 3 things reset under Sam while he was busy going to work. The first one is the roof. Sam signed his lease when the rent was one number. He renewed it when it was another number. Nobody asked him whether he agreed. There was no negotiation. There was a piece of paper and a date. And Sam signed it because the alternative was moving, and moving costs money he does not have in the 700. That is not a choice. That is a corner. The second one is the thing that protects everything else. Sam's insurance went up, all of it. Car, home, health. He did not crash anything. He did not get sick. He did exactly what he did the year before, and it cost more. There is no version of Sam that avoids this. And the third one is the one he sees every week. Same shop, same list, same trolley. The trolley is not fuller, and every single week Sam has the same small thought at the till. That cannot be right. And every single week, it is right. 3 resets. Not one of them was a decision Sam made. Not one of them showed up as a line called, "I am doing worse now." They showed up as a feeling in a kitchen at 9:40 on a Tuesday, the rent reset, the insurance reset, the groceries reset. Sam did not change at all, and nobody sent a memo. This is the part I actually want you to hear. It happened to you privately. It happened to everyone at the same time behind closed doors. So every single one of you concluded you were the only one. That is the fourth thing. It is not a cost. It is the silence around the cost. Now, there is an argument somebody is already typing. And it goes, move somewhere cheaper, drop the car, stop complaining, and look, that argument is not wrong. Let me give you the strongest version of it. In a state with no income tax, Sam keeps closer to $1,040. And the car is the single biggest lever in the whole picture. If Sam drove a paid-off used car instead, his $706 would be closer to $1,400. So yes, some of this is choices. I said real numbers and no fantasy math. So there it is. But here is what that argument does not know. The reason Sam has that car is that everybody Sam knows has that car. The floor for normal moved there too. Nobody is immune to the floor. Knowing where it is the whole game. So what actually changes any of this? 3 things in this order. 1, stop measuring your life against a number that does not exist. Sam earns 80. Sam lives on 61. The second number is the one you actually live in. Use it. 2, attack the biggest fixed cost, not the smallest variable one. Nobody was ever ruined by a coffee. People are ruined by things that renew themselves every month without asking. 3, give the 700 a job before the month starts. Money with no instructions does not survive contact with a Tuesday. So, back to the kitchen, 9:40 on a Tuesday, fridge open, phone in hand. I am not going to tell you not to order the food. Order the food. What I want to take away from you is the 20 minutes afterwards, because that 20 minutes was never about the food. It was about a number he was never given and a floor he never saw move. You are not bad with money. You were handed a number and then quietly charged for the difference.